This year, Dillon and I celebrate 3 years of marriage and planned our anniversary trip to the city of New Orleans. Our accommodations were actually the runner-up wedding destination, the Terrell House in the Lower Garden District. While we did end up choosing our wedding destination here in Florida, it was so exciting to get to actually stay here and imagine what it would have been like here in the honeymoon suite.
There's a person in my bed. I'm gonna have to get a different room. This one is taken.
This suite enters directly into a beautiful vanity space, perfect for a bride getting ready for a wedding, or in this case, me just getting ready in the morning and having some coffee.
Who could it be? The coffee man.
Right off the vanity area is a beautiful walk-in closet with ample storage space for just a few things that we brought on the trip, and of course a few spa robes for the guests staying in the room, and all the amenities you might need for maybe a more extended stay. As this bedroom is upstairs and front facing, there is a lot of light that peers through the windows and creates a beautiful well-lit space. And the biggest highlight is the front patio.
Tessa. Join us on a magical adventure. Come through this window/door.
The second floor patio space we had all to ourselves and could choose from 2 seating areas. This was a very cozy space where we could both pull up a book, although it was a little chilly, so luckily it warmed up the next day.
And now I thought you were giving us a tour. What happened?
This is the patio.
This is the patio. There we go.
With it being a little chilly on the first day, it was nice that we did have a small seating area inside to hang out in too. The bathroom in the room was also quite lovely. It had some natural lighting from a window, a beautiful shower with a full tub, and of course a few complimentary toiletries to use as well. Our room was at the end of a hallway on the second floor and definitely felt quite private. And a fresh cup of coffee was just a quick run down the stairs away. The Terrell House is filled with tons of cozy corners and seating areas for anyone to take a moment, enjoy a book, and just relax. This seating area is off the back of the home, near the kitchen. Coffee and hot tea is available in the hallway, and each morning breakfast is served in this beautiful dining space. A full hot Southern style meal is what you can expect to enjoy for breakfast each morning at the Terrell House. We loved having some fresh fruit and homemade biscuits and gravy here in the morning before our jaunts around New Orleans. And while the dining space is absolutely lovely, we also enjoyed taking food back to our room some of the other days of our stay.
I'm showing my outfit to the video. And you're just
Hello.
Like I mentioned, it was a bit colder than I had planned. Luckily, I was able to pick up a gorgeous sweater from the World War II Museum gift shop, which is a must on your travel plans if you love vintage clothing. I kept the fashion quite simple on this trip since we were doing so much walking and so much eating, and I just wanted to be comfortable. One of the great things about the Terrell House is its location. It's on the corner of Euterpe and Magazine Street, so it's kind of off the beaten path, but still in the lower garden district. From here, we were able to walk to pretty much everywhere, including Royal Street, the French Quarter, the World War II Museum, and of course the Garden District. Even though it's not in a very touristy area, the bed and breakfast does have a separate entrance for guests located on the side of the building. Some of the highlights of our trip to New Orleans was exploring the beautiful area of the Garden District. I fell in love with some of the hotels that we were able to explore, and of course the amazing restaurants that have stood the test of time. At Commander's Palace, while we didn't eat there, we had an amazing time going to the District Donut Shop, boasting some amazing donuts, fried chicken, and homemade biscuits. We loved having lunch at the counter as you get to watch them make all of the delicious food. And of course, my favorite was the side of bacon Brussels sprouts. Unfortunately, since our trip was midweek, there were quite a few places that were closed, but we were still able to peruse quite a few hotels and bars. But there's so much to see in this beautiful city that it just gives us another reason to come back. Some of the shop highlights from the trip are the World War II Museum and Trashy Diva, a lovely vintage shop in the Garden District, hosting an eclectic collection of vintage clothing and accessories. There are a few spoils from this trip, of course, including a vintage beauty recipe book from the World War II Museum gift shop. But my favorite find is this beautiful ballerina paint by numbers artwork from the 1950s. I saw this on the shelf at Trashy Diva and I didn't even know if it was for sale, but I was so thrilled when they said it was. I also picked up this beautiful vintage scarf from the Trashy Diva and I think it'll be a lovely staple to have in my wardrobe, but a wonderful sentiment to take home. And out of the closet was a fun and a funky thrift shop where I found some button-up shirts for Dillon. We absolutely loved staying at the Terrell House, and while we didn't end up having our wedding here, it was so fun to get to explore and imagine how beautiful this space could be. If you happen to be planning a smaller wedding and you're looking into New Orleans, definitely check out the Terrell House for a very charming wedding space. Or if you're planning an anniversary or a romantic getaway, this is another wonderful one to have on your list. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us for a little peek into our third wedding anniversary trip to New Orleans, and that you'll be happy to come along on our next adventure soon.